Hello there, everybody! I'm mrgameandpie, and welcome back to Touhou Easy Mode. Today, we're going to be taking on the 14th game in the series. As you can see, we have 3 playable characters: Standard Rimu, Marissa, and now we have Sakuya. This is the first time she's being playable in this particular series, but she has been playable in many games before. So in this game, each character has a bewitched weapon, which you can use or not use. In this case, we will be using it. You see, each of the bewitched weapons in this game provides some sort of interesting and unique mechanic that normally isn't available to you. Meanwhile, not using the bewitched weapons provides a more standard gameplay style, you could say. Yeah, Sakuya here, she defaults as having a very spread shot style ability, much like Sine, as the character that I've been playing for the past couple games, actually. I just really like spread shots, what can I say? And, yeah, meanwhile, Rimu, she has her homing shots, and Marissa, she has her laser stuff. But yes, the bewitched weapon is only active whenever you're focusing. And in this case, Sakuya's bewitched weapon is a sword that homes in on the opponent. And whenever it hits an opponent, it'll actually slow them down. Not just in movement, but it'll also slow down any projectiles that they fire, and it'll slow down how fast they fire the projectiles. In this regard, many bullet patterns become way easier whenever using Sakuya's enchanted sword. That said, it's not exactly the best mid-level because it can only attack one enemy at a time. And it's not necessarily the most powerful thing out there. Alright, so, you know, usually the first 3 characters in a Touhou game are mostly irrelevant to the overall plot at hand. And that's, mostly the case in this game. But I would say that this game has the strongest 3 intro bosses in the series. And, yeah, starting off, we have a mermaid, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? A lot of her moves are going to be sort of representative of, like, water waves coming out from her splashing her tail, I suppose. As such, we have lots of blue bullets, because, you know, water. It's blue. Yeah, normally if I was playing as any other character, these bullet patterns would be a little bit harder, since the bullets would be moving faster and she would be spawning them faster. In this regard, Sakuya can take down bosses before they get to later portions of their spell cards because they just... well, they move too slow to reach that point. This results in you being able to dodge fewer waves than normal. Or you being required to dodge fewer waves than normal. Alright, so let's talk about one of the major mechanics of this game aside from the enchanted weapons. That would be the way that you obtain bombs and extra lives in this game. You'll notice up there, where our bombs and lives are, you only need 3 life pieces to make a full life in this game. Meanwhile, you need 8 bomb pieces to make a bomb. This is kind of the inverse of how it normally is, since normally it takes far more life pieces to make a life than it takes bomb pieces to make a bomb. And the way that we're gaining them is, you know, for each of the games, you can scroll up to the top of the screen to collect every item available. They'll all just sort of absorb into you. In this game, if you reach a certain score total whenever you do that, you'll get a bomb piece, and once you get enough bomb pieces, it'll give you a life piece instead. I think there's also a minimum score requirement for the life piece, as there is a minimum score requirement for getting anything at all. Like, if you have, like, 2-point pieces on screen and you try to go and collect everything, that's not going to give you anything. It'll just say, nope, no bonus. Yes, anytime that a boss drops, you know, pickups and stuff, it's best to go to the top of the screen to collect your prize. Because I'm pretty sure they always drop enough pieces to get a thing. Alright. In accordance with this, grazing once again increases your score multiplier. So, if each of the, point pieces costs more points, then that means that you'll need less point pieces to spawn to be able to get extra bomb and life pieces. So that's pretty neat. Alright, let's try to get this. There we go. Ooh, life. That said, there is one thing in this game that's really annoying. I'm sure that we'll see it eventually. Also, everyone meet the most aesthetically pleasing Touhou character. This is Sakis Bomb. And, I mean, she is fantastic. I mean, look at that red outfit, that wonderful cape, the way that her bluish-purple bow matches her hair. It's just... Man, this is the most aesthetically pleasing Touhou character. And Sakis Bomb also has an absolutely fantastic theme. I love this. It's one of my favorite Touhou themes. And her fight is also pretty cool. She's, something. The species that she actually is a little bit deflated. She might be a Rorobuki. She might be a Dullahan. She might be some third thing that I don't remember the name of. But, what she definitely is a creature that can detach her head from her body. And, it leads to some very interesting spell cards. Earlier we saw her head flying with some bullets behind it, and she's also going to fly around and shoot laser eyes at us. And she can also spawn multiple heads, so that's pretty cool too. Just, yeah, man, Sakis Bomb, an absolutely fantastic Touhou character. I really wish that Sakis Bomb could be a playable character. Imagine using her laser eyes to obliterate people. It'd be fantastic. She's actually a human passing yokai, meaning that she actually lives in the human village, secretly being a yokai. And there we go. Now on to stage 3. Yeah, I think I've gone over all the major mechanics in this game at this point. We have extra bombs and lives by going to the top of the screen. We have the knife and stuff. Oh yeah, one thing notable is that Ryumu's enchanted weapon makes it so that her staff thing that she normally has, I don't remember the exact name of it unfortunately, it makes it so that it automatically attacks the opponent when you're focusing. So not only does she have her homing shots, but she also has a thing that also homes in on enemies when you focus. So basically it's just another homing shot. But one thing that's notable about this is that it does more damage whenever you start your focusing, and then does less damage over time. But if you rapidly enter and exit focus mode, then it'll just keep doing maximum damage, and it'll do massive damage really fast. And if you masterfully time your entering and exiting of focus mode, you can also not only get maximum damage with her weapon, but also fire off your homing shots at the same time, doing even more damage. Remember, normally a homing shot style is one of the weakest damage outputs in the game. But whenever you're doing that technique, however you want to say it, it becomes one of the highest damaging techniques in the game. Unfortunately, Marissa can't really break the game as hard as the other characters can. Though I do believe there is some way to break the game with her bomb. I think it does something like if you bomb right on top of a boss, it'll be like really massively powerful and damaging. Alright. Yeah, going back into Touhou music again, this is also another one of the best Touhou songs. I love this one too. You know, normally I'm not that into stage music, except for perhaps the Stage 4 UFO theme. That's a really good one. Oh, okay. Well, hey, talking about that one mechanic that I don't like, look at her bombs. We're at 3 bombs again. Anytime you die, you get reset to 3 bombs. Doesn't matter how many you have. You could have a ton of bombs, you could have no bombs, you'll go straight to 3. Sakuya is very confident in her abilities. So, hey, yeah, here's Kaguro. Kaguro? I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, well. And she's a werewolf. Now, as you know, women are pretty great, and dogs are pretty great. So, if you have a woman that's also a dog, well, now that is just absolutely fantastic. Normally, Kaguro is going to be launching herself all over the place, and it's going to be really hectic and really fast, but we have time-slowing abilities, so that's not nearly as much of a problem as normal. And as a result, Kaguro is not nearly as much of a problem as normal. But, yeah, on top of being able to get bomb pieces very frequently, and on top of bombs costing a lot more bomb pieces than normal, anytime you die, you lose all but 3 of your bombs. So that's kind of annoying. In this regard, it's best to just bomb as often as you can, essentially. It's not really a play style that's suited for how I play the game. At all. Given that I'm often incapable of predicting when I'm about to die, which is kind of a crux of using bombs. Now, a lot of people play these games by just standing at the very bottom and just dodging left to right all the time. But here, you don't want to do that. As you just saw, Kaguro just swept the bottom of the screen, so you would die if you didn't go up. This is another spell card that would normally be really hectic if you were using anything other than Sakura with her sword. But, yeah, because I am using Sakura with her sword, it slowed down the battle a lot and became a lot less hectic. Here, whenever I heard Sakura say, "Oh man, I'm gonna strike you with the back of the knife," I thought she meant the hilt. But no, apparently she just means the other side. Alright, time for stage 4. As per usual, this is where things get quite a bit more difficult. It's also where we're going to actually find the plot happening. So we better try to get as many bombs and lives and items in general as we possibly can. Right. Yeah, as you can see, my focus shots aren't taking out the enemies fast enough. A lot of them are actually making it just off the screen. Let's try to get some grays going on here so that our points will be worth more. Ah, still no bonus. Alright, so for this part, I like to just spread shot right here. Enemies can't seem to quite make it through all this. So that's convenient. Unfortunately, honestly, we've gotten past my favorite parts of the game at this point. I mean, sure, the rest of the game is still perfectly fine and such, but like, Seki Banki and Kaguro, gang, they're great. They're some of the best Touhou characters. Get some more grays going on. There we go. And, hey, here we have a character. We'll talk more about her later, but for now, she's throwing notes at us. And that is, kind of annoying. Yeah, there we go. Get this bonus up here. There we go, an extra bomb piece. I guess that is one nice thing. Even if you end up wasting all the bombs that you got by dying and getting reduced to 3 again, it's still not that hard to replace your bomb supply. Oh my gosh, look at that. The moment that I started shooting those yin-yang enemies with my time slow, they like practically stopped in their tracks. It was amazing. Alright, so here, this part's pretty good. So you just stand in the middle a little while, defeat a bunch of enemies that they spawn near the air, and just go to the corner to collect everything. Works pretty well. You can get yourself quite a few bomb pieces, a few life pieces in the process. This is really a good restocking area. Ah, no bonus. Whoa, that's a lot of things. Okay, there we go. Dodging all these lasers and these bullets at the same time is a little bit hectic. I think I missed a bomb piece back there, actually. Alright, so yeah, those were the Tsukugogami sisters, I guess you could say. They're musical instruments. One is a guitar type of instrument, and the other is a skirt. Yeah, a Tsukugo... I can't pronounce it. Basically, they're animate objects. And we're using one. It's our sword knife thing. Now, you actually fight the other sister if you decide to not use your enchanted weapon. This sister ends up being the mid-boss of the level, while the other sister becomes the boss. As a result, there's like 2 sets of spell cards for this level. The other sister has a completely different attack scheme. And honestly, I think that the other sister's attack scheme is quite a bit easier to dodge. But here we are, using our somewhat broken technique of time slowing. So, we gotta fight the harder sister. I mean, hey, you know, you got a more difficult boss battle, but you got more broken tactics to fight with it. Oh my goodness. The real problem with this boss comes a little bit later. Actually, no, it's right now. We're bombing this. So yeah, this is Sakuya's bomb, and it's actually a defensive bomb. If we get hit, oh, yep, there we go. If you get hit with it, it'll get rid of everything. Ah, hamsters, we still got hit. But if you manage to get through the entire bomb's duration without getting hit, it'll actually refund most of the bomb pieces you used. Alright, it's time for the inverted castle. Alright. This is where things are going to get even harder. I mean, wow, who would have guessed Stage 5 is harder than Stage 4? What a surprise that is! Yeah, if there's ever a time that a Touhou game is going to get easier, it's probably going to be Stage 6 before the final boss. Yeah, the main thing about this level is that enemies are going to be spawning very close to the bottom of the screen pretty frequently. And they're also going to try to attack the top of the screen. Everything is reversed. You know, that is sort of the thematic of this game. You know, because of the way that you gain bombs and lives, you often want to go to the top of the screen when normally you'll want to stay at the bottom of the screen in most games. And that's just one example of the reversedness that this game has to offer. Probably the biggest one. Although there is also the fact that, you know, the ease at which you gain lives and bombs has also been reversed, since you need a lot more bomb pieces than life pieces. Right? So yeah, this is a pretty simple spell card right here. You can even get some good grays in it. Alright, but this spell card is a little bit less easy. Since all the bullets are coming from the bottom of the screen, it's a little bit awkward to figure out. There we go, we got it though. So for this part, even though you might be tempted to go to the top of the screen, because hey, that's where you can get your bombs and lives. Don't. Just don't. It's a bad idea. Right now, nothing's attacking up there, but pretty soon, there are things... Ah, hamsters. I still died. Well, may as well just do this real quick. Go. Just trying not to die here. Like, die more anyway. Ooh, that's a life piece that I could totally use right now. Oh, yep, and here we have attacks attacking the top of the screen, being a problem for us. There we go, we got it. Alright, max power again. Very good. Alright. Alright, now here's another one of my favorite songs in the series. This is Seija. And man, oh man, she's kind of a mess of a person. She wants to reverse society. And as, I believe it's called Inamano Jaku, she has the ability to flip things! Yeah, we're going to be flipping. Right now, my left and right controls are reversed. Though that said, my up and down controls are working perfectly fine, which is actually kind of makes things more awkward in that regard. Yeah, man, she's been the one reversing the world. She's why we have to go to the top of the screen. She's why our sword is acting out on its own. She's why all the yokai that are normally really peaceful have suddenly gone nuts. And, yep, now my up and down are reversed, while my side to side are the same, which is even more awkward. Like, seriously, this is... That's literally the most awkward possible scenario right there. But we made it past. And, yeah, she also has sort of like this blue and red color scheme that she's got going on with her outfit and her bullets and stuff. Well, I guess it's really more of a red and white color scheme in her outfit, but still. Alright, so once again, bullets coming from the bottom of the screen, so we better just stand right in front of Seija here. Go. Yep, dodging from below is really awkward. But I think we got this. Alright, turnabout, reverse hierarchy. And this time she's just flipping absolutely everything. But because everything is flipped, that actually makes it a little bit easier to dodge than it was whenever just one axis was flipped, because you know that everything is reversed. And there we go, that's that. There's actually a glitch in the game where if you pause it, go to a new tab, and then come back, that last spell card will be flipped back to normal again. Not that I need that. So, that was the instigator of the incident. Usually you don't meet that person until the last stage. So, who are we going to meet in this last stage? Well, we'll find out soon, considering that we're in the last stage. But yeah, just another way in which the expected is reversed in this game. The small one's big ambition. But yeah, this is a pretty climactic final theme right here. I gotta say. There we go. This section can get a little bit dicey. They're expecting you to dodge quite a bit here. Oh, okay, and then something spawned on top of me. That's good. That's absolutely wonderful. Let's knife these people. They're not being very knife right now, are they? Oh, hey, it's Seija again. And, yeah, we can get some good graze on this. Squeeze through that right there. You want to really be on the bottom of the screen for this one, though. It's pretty standard in that regard. So for this one, you can sort of make like a circular motion almost in some regards to squeeze through all these bullets here. And there we go. And that's the last we'll see of her. Yep, alright. So, yep, it's an inchling. And she's got a miracle mallet, which is a magical object capable of granting wishes. Though, in general, the wishes do have some sort of a major downside. And only the inchlings can actually use it. So there's that, too. She used the miracle mallet's power to create a world where tools would rule. And, you know, I guess Sakuya is a maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, and under some definition, I'm sure that that could qualify as a tool. Though, I suppose that's probably not what she was really aiming for. But yeah, she's pretty neat here. This is, we're gonna find some pretty dicey spell cards. I mean, a lot of these bullets are really small, which individually makes them rather easy to dodge since they don't take up much surface area. But there's also a lot of them, so that's exciting! Yes, the first mallet ability, Grow Bigger. And man, oh man, those small bullets aren't so small anymore! These bullets are huge! And now we got heart-shaped bullets too! There we go, we got it. Due to the nature of this game's mechanic, we can actually kind of restore our life and bomb count in the middle of this boss battle, so that's nice. And now she's getting really close. Oh! I think I still died before I managed to bomb. Yes, and there's this spell. This one's kind of annoying. Oh, no, well, okay, I guess I technically didn't use the bomb then? Maybe I did death bomb. That's good. If I managed to death bomb, that's great. I just wish I could have gotten my refund on that thing then. Since yeah, if you don't actually get hit when you have the bomb active, it gives you a refund of 3 bomb pieces. Which, I mean, since you need 8 bomb pieces to actually make a new bomb, that's not a full refill, that's not even technically a half refill, but it's still something. We'd have half a bomb right now if I had managed to get that. Oh, okay, so here we have a time spell card that's really intense. It's You Grow Bigger. And yeah, as you can see, our hitbox is quite a bit larger now. So we just need to carefully avoid all these knives. Ah, hamsters. You got big knives, you got little knives, you got all sorts of knives. You just have to slowly inch your way. Ah, hamsters, not again. Oh, no, no, no. Wow, 3 lives to this one spell card, that's sad. It's not even a spell card you can speed up because it's a time spell card. So you just have to survive until the end, rather than actively attacking your opponent. Alright, so this is sort of like a redo of a spell card that we just saw, where you have to get close to these bullets to make them stop, and you can get through the ring. Except this time the bullets are way bigger, and they start chasing you around. Exciting! Alright, good, full power, good, good. Oh, I think, this is the final spell card here, gang. This is it. With a veritable rainbow of knives being launched at us. Aw, that is unfortunate right there. But hey, we have another 4 lives to survive this with. I think we can handle it. And we also have 3 bombs per life. So that's not too bad. Alright. And I suppose this is actually an instance where you can use your bombs freely against this final spell card, because Sakuya's bombs never did much damage anyway. Well, there we go. That was Touhou 14. This is actually only my second time managing to 1cc the game. But whenever I started this series, I had never done so before, so I was a little bit intimidated by this game. But yeah, Sakuya's ability to slow down spell cards really breaks the game effectively. And of course, Ryumu's extra damage output, you know, cheat thing is also really effective. But yeah, it has at least 2 of my favorite Touhou characters in it. Seija is also pretty cool herself. She has her own game, even, called Impossible Spell Card. Normally at the end of a game, the antagonist of the game is forgiven for what they've done and become something of an ally, if not an uneasy ally at least. But Seija here, nope, she's, her game is about her on the run because everybody's after her still. Because of the events of this game. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, that's Touhou 14. Next, we're going to be going to Touhou 15. And that'll be an adventure. So, with that said, I'm Mr. GamePie. See you next time.